Alright peoples, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my top 5 least favorite Marvel movies, the worst Marvel movies from the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Before we get into this, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and enjoy the video. Okay, so we're going to start out with number 5, and then we're going to go down to the very worst being number 1. Okay, so coming in at number 5 is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, now it's not that I really dislike this film, it's that it's just meh. Okay, the main problem is that first of all, it's meant to be an Ant-Man movie and also Wasp is now there, but it really feels like the movie is a lot more about Wasp and Ant-Man's just there. Okay, I also don't really like the villain being Ghost. She was okay and all, and she just ends up being a good guy and getting helped. I didn't really like that whole storyline, and I didn't like the storyline with them saving their mother either from the quantum realm or whatever. It's it was such a weird storyline to do, about this whole, family type thing, and I just really did not enjoy it. Number 4 is going to be Captain Marvel. This is another film that is just meh. Okay, it's just okay. It's pretty average. There's nothing, really special about it. Her origin story is basically told just because, she forgets everything, and it was a really weird way of telling it to try to, put this mystery aspect into it. I did not really enjoy it. I liked Nick Fury in the movie, and I liked seeing the Skrulls, but even the Skrulls, their storyline was, weird. It was just okay, honestly, and it's sad that these two movies followed right up after Infinity War, which was so great, and then you have these two, which are eh. So, yeah, this film was not that good, and it's honestly one of those films that I would, never go back to rewatch ever. Now, number 3 is going to be Avengers Age of Ultron. I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me on this, but I did not enjoy this film. It honestly felt like a copy of what they did in Avengers, with extra characters, some of which didn't really belong and I didn't really enjoy seeing in this film. And, other than that, it really, the end fight and the climax of the movie was basically the same thing as the first Avengers movie, just with Ultron instead of Loki. On top of that, I don't like Ultron that much because of the way he was done, where he's quoting Disney movies, and it's just bruh. And I also didn't really like Wanda and Pietro in this movie. I felt that they were kind of forced into this film. It didn't really feel like they belonged with the rest of the heroes that are here. So yeah, it was a little weird. This film just it's kind of a mess, honestly, with the way it's done. Okay, it's not really bad, it's just not that good. So yeah, that's why it's gonna have to be number 3 on the list. Coming in number 2 is going to be Iron Man 3. I feel like this is another film that people will be like, why are you putting this so low? Why do you really dislike this? And it's honestly because of the villain, okay? And you'll see this a lot, even when I do my top 10 favorite Marvel movies, is that the villain really affects the overall movie. And this film really shows that for me, with Mandarin, the whole twist where it turns out that he's an actor. I was like, really? And you might argue that, they kind of fixed the Mandarin storyline with Shang-Chi, but even if, it's like this Iron Man finale, okay? And going into this, I was so excited for a huge Iron Man finale, and instead, we got a villain, which was Killian, who was just eh. We got a fake villain, which was also just really bad, and other than that, this movie is just not that memorable. The end fight was decently cool with the, Iron Legion thing, but it's not cool because they're fighting a villain that I really dislike. So, it's just not that good, and the villain really ruins the film for me. Also, I didn't like the kid in the movie, the 10-year-old kid. I forget his name. It's on the screen right now. I'm sorry, it just slipped my mind. But he really did not, feel like he belonged in this film. I just didn't really like that whole storyline with him either. So yeah, this film was a disappointment for an Iron Man finale, and that's why I have to put it at number 2. And in first place, being the worst MCU movie, is going to be The Incredible Hulk. Now, some people don't even consider this MCU because they really dislike it. I honestly, this film was just really bad. It just was not entertaining for me. It had like one scene that was decently good where Hulk fights tanks, but even if it's just a bunch of CGI, and that's what ends up being the entire end fight, is Hulk and Abomination just fighting each other, and it's destruction everywhere, and it's just CGI, and Abomination looks like why? It doesn't even look like the Abomination from the comics. It looks really gross. So I just really disliked the way this movie was done. Edward Norton as Hulk is just not as good as Mark Ruffalo in my opinion, and I could not see him being Hulk in Avengers and stuff. It's just not, this film's just not good. It's sad. I wish this film was better, but it's just not. So that's why it's going to have to be my least favorite Marvel movie. So this film is just really bad. So that's going to be it for today's video. I do quickly want to say, if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because I'm going to be doing reviews of Phase 4 MCU movies as we continue through Phase 4, and I want to be able to go back and reference to my favorite MCU movies and my least favorite, so that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, just if you were wondering. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and goodbye.